Today's random spot, we're having a look at Farter's Choice, the end of the big stink. It's just a breeze with Farter's Choice, answering the call of the wild burrito. It protects your blow zone, and by blow zone you see this crop dusting that this poor guy is doing as he's scooting, I'm sure, to the bathroom. It's Dr. Rusty Bum Breeze, you see what they did there, of Trouser Cough Labs, Flatulous Falls, New York. Contains candy sold as a novelty item. So if you do have problems with the old Febreze, the human Febreze, these will not help you. But why not? If you're stinking up the room and people are leaving, you might as well have at least a little bit of fun with it. The side of the package says, put your wind tunnel to the test. That's also a butt reference. And 1-800, let 'em rip. Finally on the back, new anti-rust formula 101. You'll blow them away. www.bumbreeze.pu. See what they did there. Trap farts measuring up to 10 on the sphincter scale. Specially formulated for real stinkers. If smelly rear end blows out, ruining your social life and everyone else's, it's time for Farter's Choice, the extra strength butt plugger that'll stop you from cutting the cheese. The next time you feel the urge for a back end exhalation, do the world a favor and reach for Farter's Choice instead. Directions: when you feel a huge sulfurous fart crawling along your intestines, try squeezing your butt cheeks closed. Imploding is infinitely kinder than exploding. However, if you cannot achieve the simple form of good manners, remove Farter's Choice pills from all of the packaging, swallow the pills with the liquefied odor eater, crumble all packaging into a ball, and place into your back door. Strap yourself in the Lazy Boy to protect from flying objects, and let loose the Kraken. The fart should be trapped inside the packaging. Remove carefully to an airtight container and dispose of in all accordance with government regulations for toxic materials. This comes to us from the folks over at laughrat.com. So without further ado, while Spot doesn't really necessarily have a lot of problems in the crop dusting situation, I do know of somebody that can clear a room. And when they clear a room, brother, they clear a room. Somebody walks in. Is somebody making pea soup? No. No, that's Peter over there. They come in different colors, maybe perhaps different flavors. There's white, there's blue, there's red, there's yellow, and there's orange. Perhaps by the extremity of how extreme the fart will possibly be. So we'll pop one of these, this being the orange one, and we'll give it a try. Nice, sweet orange candy. Followed remotely close by the blue. Give it a try. The blue doesn't have as much flavor as the orange one had. And then we have red, white, and yellow, which are the only singular ones in here. So I guess when it gets really bad, you resort to these. These are, this is basically your last line of defense. Pop out the yellow. Here we go. Followed by the white. If Spot did have a problem, I think by now the problem would be quite resolved. Here comes the white. Kind of tastes like pina colada. And finally, the red. Here we go. It's kind of a waxy, kind of hard candy, similar to like a Sweet Tarts. Here we go. Here's the red. Kind of tastes like cherry. It's a shame that these actually don't work, because I would be buying like a case of these for some of my coworkers. I gotta say, when I walk over, I basically beeline it. I go and then I immediately turn back. Or sometimes the big indication is if I'm walking to an area where they're working and I see a big cloud of smoke and I can't even quite make out where they are, they're probably somewhere in there. If these only had worked, again, I would probably buy a good case of these and just kind of leave them on their desk with a little sign that says, "This is for you, with love, Do yourself a favor, please take at least 4 or 5 boxes of these. Today's random spot, we were having a look at the Farter's Choice end of the day, the end of the big stink, I should say, candies. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more random spots heading your way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.